Hey guys, it's Christopher Palmesteda here with Relation RE at Real Broker, bringing another market update video to you guys. And I'm actually probably going to get a lot of criticism for this video because I'm actually going to be kind of coming after those that are in the real estate industry that are trying to really push this market as a seller's market. I've had several videos I've shared over the past few weeks really trying to educate you guys and get the information out there that this market is not the seller's market, but we're going to dive into numbers over the past 3 weeks. I've actually got the numbers pulled up right now so we can look at those numbers and you can actually see what's going on in the market, and I can explain to you guys the reason why the market is not actually what everybody's telling you it is. Okay, so now that I'm sitting, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling the numbers up and talking about it, but I want to dive into the reason why you're hearing so many realtors and real estate professionals talk about the fact that we are in a seller's market. I've talked about this before in the past, but historical data dictates what our market is. And you're going to see graphs and you're going to see information coming out from real estate industry professionals talking about, oh, because we're here, that means that we're in a seller's market. That's true if you look at it historically speaking, but the truth of the matter is we have never been in a market that we are currently in right now. We've never been in a situation where we've had a mediocre buyer demand, a low inventory, and high interest rates. Even back in the 80s when interest rates got into the 17% and 18%, even 20% range, homes were still affordable. You got to remember, back then, the median income was keeping up with the cost of living. You also have to keep in mind that homes back in the 80s were in the $80,000 to $100,000 range. We are now in a situation where the median income is not keeping up with inflation and with the economy, and interest rates going up, with prices going up. People cannot afford the homes. We are in a market that we have never seen before. So you cannot go off of the historical data of 12,000 homes or less on inventory means that we are in a seller's market. 6 months less of inventory, we are in a seller's market. That is not true and that is not accurate. And if you do have somebody in the industry that is trying to preach to you that we are in a seller's market, they are not doing you any justice because one, they're going to overprice your home, and two, they're going to set an expectation for you that your home is going to sell at a certain timeline that it's not going to sell at. And as a buyer, you may also be getting bad information because they may be explaining to you that you have to offer list price, you have to offer over list price, or you have to not ask for concessions and things like that. This market is not like your normal seller's market. The data and information that we look at historically is not the same as where we're at today, and we're going to go ahead and dive into those numbers right now and have a conversation about it. Okay, so the first set of numbers I want to look at are the numbers that I pulled 3 weeks ago. I unfortunately don't have the numbers from a month ago just because of the fact that I don't usually save them once I get the videos made and sent out, but luckily I have been kind of stacking these for the past 3 weeks, trying to make a video like this. And because of what I've been seeing from a lot of industry professionals talking about a seller's market and trying to show data as a seller's market, I'm really glad that I did it this way because I want you guys to see a trend over the past 3 weeks of why I'm so opposed to calling it a seller's market and why this is not the right information for you to be receiving as a consumer because it will not benefit you. So let's go ahead and pull the numbers up right now. We're going to go ahead and look at what the numbers looked like 3 weeks ago. So these numbers were pulled from 8/14 to 8/20. And I do it this way so that any industry professional who wants to run their own hot sheet and see the data and see the information can pull it and see exactly what I'm pulling. This information is pulled from ARMLS, the Arizona Regional Multiple Listing Service. We all as realtors have access to this information. We all can pull these hot sheets ourselves. We can all pull this data ourselves. I run it from 8/14 at 12:01 a.m. to 8/20 at 11:59 p.m. So that way you can see the numbers and see where I'm getting them from. And if you want to question me on it, you're welcome to. But what I want to talk about is why this matters to you as a consumer and why it's so important to understand what the numbers say. As you can see, the new listings from that week were 1,816 new listings at the market. This was up 58 homes from the previous week. As you can see, the homes under contract, this was 2,034 homes under contract. This number went down by 13 from the previous week. Again, this is a trend that we've been seeing. New listings going up, homes going under contract going down. In fact, when I first started running these numbers at the beginning of the year, we were at 3,500 homes going under contract on a weekly basis. We're now down to 2,000 homes, okay? The last number, as you can see, I run this specifically for single-family detached homes in Maricopa County that are available for sale at the time that I run these numbers. So at the time I ran these numbers, you can see that there were 6,456 single-family detached homes that were available in the county for somebody to purchase. This number was up 107 from the previous week. Now, I like to look at these numbers the way I look at them because it's able to give me a good reflection on what's happening week over week to see, is there a buyer increase? Did more buyers hit the market, or did less buyers hit the market and now we've got more inventory sitting on the market? Where is the market going? This is how I get a good reflection on, is the information that I'm providing to you guys accurate and actually leading you in the right direction? The next set of numbers we're going to go ahead and look at here is from 2 weeks ago. So these numbers were ran from 8:21 at 12:01 a.m. to 8:27 at 11:59 p.m. of that week. You can see that we actually this week had a downtick in new listings at the market. 1,751 homes hit the market during that week. This was down by 65 homes. In fact, probably the first time I've seen a downtick in new listings in a while. This was the first week that I actually was like, maybe there is something going on in the market here. But then we look at the homes that went under contract and we went down again. 2,010 homes went under contract. This is down another 24 homes from the previous week. And then you can see the single family detached homes available at the time that the numbers were pulled in Maricopa County was 6,883 homes. This was up by 427 from the previous week. So again, we're seeing the inventory hold pretty true to where it's been. And we're seeing a continued downtick in buyer demand and buyers being out there trying to purchase homes. So again, how can I call this a seller's market when the numbers are not reflecting an increase in buyers and homes going under contract? So now let's look at the numbers I just pulled today here on September 5th, my apologies. So you can see these numbers were pulled 8:28 at 12:01 a.m. to 9:03 at 11:59 p.m. This is what the numbers looked like for the previous week. During that time frame, you can see 1,068 new homes hit the market. This number went back up again by 17. If you look at the span of the 3 weeks, we are actually seeing an uptick of roughly 87 homes between the 3 weeks. Even though we did have a massive down week last week, we are still in the positive when it comes to new listings that have hit the market over the past 3 weeks. You can now see homes continue to drop in the homes going under contract. The numbers continue to drop in homes going under contract. It's now down below 2,000. As I stated earlier, it was around 3,500 on a weekly basis when I started these at the beginning of the year. I have not seen them dip below 2,000 up until this point. We had 1,960 homes go under contract last week. This is now another downtick of 50 homes from the previous week. We are now looking at a consistent downtick of over 100 homes going under contract in the past 3 weeks. And then again, you can see the single family detached homes available in Maricopa County as of today on September 5th. Was 6,572 homes. This number is down over 311 homes from the previous week, but is still up from what we saw 3 weeks ago, which was at 6,456. So what does this mean? What does this data tell you as a consumer? Well, what I can tell you is it tells you that we are not in a market that a lot of industry professionals are trying to say that we are in. We are not in a seller's market. In order for me to truly be able to tell you that it's a seller's market beyond just using historical data of so many months of inventory or just this, amount of listings available throughout the state, I have to be able to see the buyer demand. I don't see the buyer demand. And as interest rates continue to go up, the buyer demand continues to go down. As prices continue to go up, the buyer demand continues to go down. We have just enough buyers out there that are continuing to purchase the inventory that is out there to keep it at the level that it's been at. As you can see, over the past 3 weeks, we've held in that 6,500 range in single family detached homes available in the county. So we're not seeing a huge increase in inventory, but we're not seeing a huge decline in inventory. So what would I call this market? Well, as I've been calling it for the past several weeks and even months, we are in a balanced buyer-leaning market. The market is still in a situation where buyers do still have some advantages because the sellers that are still sitting on the market trying to get their home sold, they're willing to work to get their home sold. The problem for sellers out there, if you have somebody who's telling you that it's a seller's market, they're likely going to try to price you at a price point that is more than likely over where you should be priced. I'm seeing very regularly several homes that I've looked at that people are listing that are 50, 60, maybe 70,000 overpriced of where they should be based off what their community is selling for. And this is the reason why people are struggling to get their home sold, or they're struggling to have an idea of what their home is actually worth, because there is a misconception as to what type of market we are actually in. Again, I will probably get chastised for this video. I will probably have several professionals that will be telling me I am completely wrong based off what I'm providing you guys, but I'm not here to try to have any industry professionals tell me how great and right I am with the information. I'm here to make sure you as a consumer are getting honest, truthful, accurate information. So I hope that I was able to provide that to you guys today. If you guys do have any other questions about what I presented to you, or want to have a conversation about how to navigate this market more in depth, please reach out to me, give me a call, shoot me a text. 623-693-5667. You can email me at chrisbrealty@gmail.com. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for bearing with me through this video. I really hope I was able to educate you guys on what's going on in our market, how to navigate it, and what to expect when you move forward, especially when you're meeting with industry professionals, to make sure that you have information that you can use to make sure that you're getting the best deal possible when listing or buying a home. Have a great rest of the week, guys, and we'll talk to you next time.